Welcome back to Cameron's Classics. My oldest boy Cameron was able to come up from down to St. George, and so we're going to be working on his '66 Mustang this day. I just wanted to show you a little bit what we're doing. We pulled the rear end out from under this. The gearing was so high in it, we bought a new third member to put under in the rear end on this. So giving him some little bit lower gears. It was so high geared that when you got up to really rolling, it was all right. But when these first got started, a little. But what we're doing here is we bought new leaf springs, so we're going to be replacing these leaf springs. These torsion bars that was on here. The reason the torsion bars are on here is when you put the power to the rear end. Instead of the rear end turning, this will catch on this leaf spring and allow the rear end so it don't turn too far, tear your U-joints out, break your drive shaft or whatever. So we're going to clean them up. If we can make them work, fine. If we can't, then we're going to I talked to Cameron. He says he'd probably buy a set of new ones and we'll put new ones on. We're going to also replace the shock absorbers on this. We've got new shock absorbers, but our main concern right now is we've got to lift this car up. As you can see, we've got this sitting on the torsion bars, so we can't change our leaf spring and stuff. So we're going to lift this car up off of that, and we'll swing these arms out and put them right into here and see if that'll balance that car out enough that we can go ahead and get this stuff. So that's what we're going to be working on here for a little bit. We'll see how things go. We'll turn on the camera and view a little part, but we don't want you to stand here and watch us, because we think we know what we're doing, but possibly we don't. So it'll be just trial and error. So we'll be working on that. We'll get back to you. Welcome back to this Cameron's Classics right now. I just wanted to show you kind of where we're at. We got the torsion bars and everything pulled off there. We got our springs hanging down here. The coil spring or the leaf springs are hanging down here. We just got to knock the bolts out of them and take them on off. But I wanted to show you that we have got some little progress made. Thanks to this right here, we had no choice, but a couple of the bolts we couldn't even get the nuts broke loose on them. So with the aid of that cutting torch right there, we was able to get them. You can see on the floor there that we've got the shocks off, torsion bars are off. So we're going to continue on. As we make a little more progress, we'll get back to you. Welcome back. We're wanted to show you a few things. We got everything tore out, and we got one leaf spring put back in, and so we thought we'd show you a little bit about the other one. Cameron will put it in while I do the little videoing on it. And you can see we got the new rubbers and the new mounts in there. So you just kind of have to work at this. These rubbers sometimes are a little tough to get in the holes, but okay, you see you got that started in there, then rubber. We really fought this side because the rubbers didn't want to slide in there. I don't know what the deal was on it, but we finally pushed and shoved and put a clamp on it and pulled it in there. So Yeah, we've set one of the nuts down somewhere now. We can't find it. But yeah, we probably knocked it off while we were doing something. But anyway, you can see that that's the way these leaf springs go in. It's got rubber mounts on this side, rubber mounts on that side, rubber mounts up on the frame side of it. And so anyway, that's what we've got so far. We'll continue on. We'll get this tightened down, and then we'll probably be about ready to set the rear end in it. So we'll be back to you. Okay, welcome back. We're moving along pretty good on this 66 Mustang. As I'll show you, we've got the rear end bolted in, we've got the shocks hooked up, and now Cameron, he's cleaning the rear end out. We're trying to get it as clean as we can, so he's pushing this old t-shirt in there and wiping out as much as he can. We'll get the inside of this, and we'll be ready to put the third member into the gears of the rear end into there. And so we're moving along pretty good for today, and things is looking really nice. So we'll be getting back to you in a little bit. We'll be putting the brakes and the axles back in this, and the third member, we'll be able to stick it in and get that, and then we'll be putting the disc brakes on the back of this. So we'll see you in a few.
Good morning, welcome back. It's another day. We're here working on the Mustang again. We're going to be putting in the third member. Dad's putting a little silicone around it. We do have a gasket, but they're just these little thin paper gaskets. So we're going to silicone one side, put this gasket on, then silicone the other side. Then we'll come back when we're ready to put the third member in. So we got our new center section here. 355 gears, positive traction. Got our new bolts, copper washers. Will stay. They are kind of a lock washer or a lock nut. Just got to go around, put the washers on, put the nut on, and then we'll tighten it up, and we'll be ready to start working on the axles and brakes. Come back to you in a minute when we're ready to do that. Hey, welcome back. We got the third member in, torque to specs. We're ready to put the axle in so we can start putting the brakes on. You do have to cut this bracket off, or you have to pull this bearing off and repress the bearing. It's pressed on, so it's, if you don't have the equipment, you're cutting this off. We don't have the equipment, so we cut it off. We're ready to put this back in. One like this. Yep. Grab a little tapping device. Okay, I'm gonna get a different hammer. As you can see, that's going in.
What hammer are you looking for?
Little sledges.
Right there by your feet.
And as you can see, the bearing sticks out just a hair. So we have to fill that space up with these till we're flush. And we're now flush. Then we have our bracket. And our nuts. So this bracket that I just put on holds the bracket that holds the caliper, but it acts as your new retaining one. So that's why we threw the other one. You have to cut the other one off because this one replaces it. Just get these started. We did replace our T-bolts. Got new ones. We're good. Okay. Then we have this bracket. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in. And we got a problem here. We're gonna have to fix. So our shims are inside that one. So let us get that fixed and we'll come back to you.
In case you didn't notice or couldn't tell, you can see this hole right here That's on the axle, and that's what Cooper was turning so that he could put the nut, tighten the nuts down on that deal. So that was the purpose of that hole there. So.
Okay, so we got our holes worked. Basically all we gotta do is flip the shims so they were down. Now we're ready to put on our caliper bracket. The instructions say they come with 3 sets. It says start with the medium ones, so that's what we're gonna do. I'll get a washer and a nut. There. Another wrench. Just do the top and bottom. We're not going to do the others yet. So what we have to do is we have to put the caliper on, put the rotor on, make sure we're shimmed just right. If we're not, then we have to pull these out and put the different sizes in. That's why we're only tightening 2. We're not going to clean our rotors up yet because we'll clean them up when we're ready to install them for the final time. This is just so we can see what we've got to do with the caliper. Do we have 2 lug nuts?
Right down there on that tires, Cameron, there's a couple.
Probably 11/16.
Better check, make sure before you crank that baby on. 3/4.
Okay, so we just need that held into place. I'm gonna take our caliper, and it goes like this. And our rotor is not in the center. It's actually looks pretty good. So the caliper's all the way out. Look like we should be pretty good. So now we can pull these back off. Finish tightening this up. I'm going to find our 204. And tighten up those other bolts.
Gonna pull it out a little right here. See this right here? Huh? The shim's sitting there. Barrel sitting machine.
Okay, so put these in a minute. First thing we got to do is clean our our rotor up. In these rotors, when they ship them from the factory, they put a coating on them. Keep them from rusting in the box. I just want to get that off there. Got our lug nuts. These are drilled. You'll see the other set of holes in here. These are rotors will fit either a Ford or Chevy pattern. We got the Ford pattern, so. We need the other one. So here's how I know that this is the wrong. Okay, so basically I had to go on straight. I was telling you how I knew it was wrong. The bleeder has to be up. When I had that other one, it has to be down. Apparently I didn't notice there's an R and an L on them, so I didn't see that, but I knew because the bleeder had to be up.
If you look at this one, you can see that R that's on there. That's the right. The other one had an L on it, so that was another way of telling. It'll be fun. Size is it? I'll get a
3/8. So that's basically it. We do just like the other one, we have a banjo fitting. I'll show you, we got one more piece. So we'll hook up that. And then this is gonna get welded somewhere on here. Don't know where. I'll have to grind it a little bit, get that welded on. So our hose will go from here to here. or wherever it ends up. And then we hard line and to the rest of it. So this is for our flex hose. But that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. That's got our Mustang back end together.